I doubt that many of us have forgotten the name Dominic Cummings, or the slightly awkward sight of him sitting in his garden behind a table holding a press conference after the details of his excursion to Barnard Castle had come out in the press. Most of us were waiting, hoping that he would say just one word: sorry. But sorry isn't a word that we like in our culture. We don't like to admit mistakes. We don't like to take the blame for something that has happened. But at the same time, we vilify people who do make mistakes. The biblical word for these mistakes is sin. Also not a popular word. Even in the church today, we prefer to talk about brokenness or failures. We like to point at someone else to take the blame, or suggest that it was a momentary lapse of judgment or circumstances beyond our control. In the Gospel of John in chapters 8 and 9, there's a lot of talk about sin. In chapter 8, an angry religious mob bring a woman caught in adultery to Jesus, hoping that he will proclaim a punishment for her sin. And then in chapter 9, his own disciples come to him and start a theological discussion about who had sinned in order for a man to be born blind. Who's to blame? What are the consequences? But perhaps these are the wrong questions. Perhaps instead we are spiritually blind, and what we really need is not answers, but our sight restored so that we can see people as Jesus sees them.